A resurfaced video shows Justin drinking with Diddy at a very young age. Eyewitnesses describe a distressing scene where Bieber appeared vulnerable and intoxicated, with his clothes falling off.
When the glitter peels away, a single leg bone surfaces on a wind-swept Rhode Island beach, just a few football fields from Taylor Swift's famously guarded mansion. The police say there's no foul play, yet the tabloids scream, mystery victim. On the very same week, across the continent, Justin Bieber's inner circle scrambles to plug million-dollar holes in his finances, while whispers of old party footage and new substance concerns swirl like dark smoke around his name.
I think that I was just, living in this shame, living in all this sort of stuff of my past, and I wasn't able to move on. It was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and everyone, telling me they love me and, just turn their back on you in a second.
Is pop royalty learning the real cost of fame all at once? Keep watching, because these two headline storms are about to crash into each other in ways nobody saw coming. Cracks in a kingdom. Justin seemed untouchable when he sold his music catalog for a staggering $200 million in late 2022. The figure looked like generational wealth, until insiders admitted the deal was a lifesaver, not a jackpot. The sudden windfall plugged a looming cash flow collapse brought on by three gigantic forces: a canceled megatour, catastrophic private jet bills, and a lifestyle floating on borrowed money.
Justin Bieber is getting candid about his personal struggles. The singer takes to Instagram March 13th, posting a vulnerable message about reflecting on his self-worth.
8 custom tour buses? Check. A $60 million mansion flip that stalled in escrow? Check. Designer wardrobes for an entourage so large it needed its own manifest? Triple check. For a moment, the catalog sale bought silence. But money has a way of shouting after the applause fades, and the shout growing louder is, where did it all go? But that's only the first tremor, because someone else is footing the bills. The IOU Avalanche Scooter Braun once bragged that he could ride out any storm with his star client. Privately, though, he was acting more like a lending bank than a manager.
If the Biebers hate Scooter Braun has to be the biggest piece of shit. Like, there's certain relationships that span such a long amount of time. I don't care if everybody else bailed on Scooter Braun. As long as Bieber was like tight and like, nah, I got my guy's back, I'd been like, all right, whatever. That's a long relationship.
Bieber's team now faces the ugly math. Roughly $8.8 million owed to Scooter, $30+ million owed to promoters after the Justice Tour died mid-route, and a trail of maxed-out cards allegedly borrowed from friends, pastors, and business partners. One source claims Bieber even handed a black card back to its owner with a sheepish, "I'll make this right, bro," promise. Meanwhile, Hailey, determined to keep the lights on and the jets fueled, throws her energy into her skincare brand, Rhode. The line boasts sleek packaging and viral lip peptides, but a viral TikTok doesn't pay a $34 million tour debt. Behind the Instagram glow, a new reality is taking hold.
I'm stubborn. I've always been really stubborn. I don't want to read stuff because I don't want to read negative stuff and then be upset,
Justin Bieber's team slamming claims he's lost and on the brink of financial collapse.
I felt like I lost my purpose for a while.
He's always under a lot of pressure growing up in a time of social media and spotlight.
Hailey's earnings are the couple's life raft, and that raft is inflating slower than the leaks are spreading. Yet even drowning careers pause when a tidal wave of controversy rises nearby. Shadows named Diddy. The internet will never forget the grainy 2009 clip. A baby-faced Bieber beaming beside Sean Diddy Combs, who purrs to the camera that he and the teen will spend 48 hours no one can talk about. In 2025, that footage resurrects itself with a vengeance as civil suits stack up against the hip-hop mogul. Comment threads explode. Was Justin another victim? Did hush money vanish into those tour bus renovations? Bieber's reps go code red.
Her to lose it. I don't want her to, go through anything I went through. I don't wish that upon anybody. So, yeah, if she ever needs me, I'm just a call away.
Their statement is swift and blunt. He was never one of Diddy's kids, never harmed, and blaming him steals focus from real survivors. Harsh? Maybe. But each retweet breathes fresh life into the rumor, and every what if undermines his fragile comeback plan. Even his Instagram purge, an unfollow here, a vanished photo there, only feeds the beast. Nothing devours clickbait like a pop star's silence, and silence breeds its own demons, especially when the next headline is downright macabre. The Bone on the Beach. May 14th, 2025, 9:30 a.m. A dog walker spots something pale protruding from wet sand near Watch Hill, Rhode Island. Police confirm it's a human leg bone and haul it to the medical examiner. No foul play suspected, they insist. Still, the detail that detonates across social media is location.
Human remains were found right down the road from Taylor Swift's Rhode Island mansion as fears that a New England serial killer is on the loose.
Mere yards from Taylor Swift's summer palace. Swift's reps move quickly, describing the distance as several football fields. But the genie is out. True crime TikTok springs to life. Conspiracy accounts map out secret tunnels and occult symbols hidden in her lyric books. Meanwhile, the unspoken question lingers like fog. Who put that leg there? And why was Taylor's name in the first line of every breaking news push notification? Only one name could amplify the frenzy. Blake Lively. Once Swift's ride or die, now something else entirely.
There's been a lot happening in Hollywood, and it looks like Taylor Swift is going to get wrapped up and that it ends with us lawsuit drama, whether she wants it or not.
Blake's warning shot. Behind Hollywood gates, whispers spread. Blake is done playing nice. She stars in an adaptation of It Ends With Us that's mired in accusations from director-actor Justin Baldoni. Lawyers fling documents across coasts, and suddenly Taylor's phone allegedly lights up with a plea. Endorse Blake or risk seeing your private texts in Discovery? Taylor declines. Days later, a story lands about that leg bone, and media watchdogs note how efficiently Lively's publicists pump oxygen into the speculation. Coincidence? Maybe. Blake's Instagram seems to answer in code. A glitter pop Spice Girls watch she's kept for 27 years. Proof she never throws away receipts. The caption is sugar. The subtext cyanide. I hold on to evidence. Don't test me. As the standoff grows, the tabloids hunt a bigger prey. The very idea of celebrity sisterhood. Manufactured mayhem gossip pros call it the smokescreen gambit. When your project faces litigation heat, you feed juicier headlines to the crowd. A human bone near a superstar's yard? Perfect. Recycled rumors of Bieber collapsing under drugs and debt? Even better. Two global icons, one chaotic news cycle. Analysts track how the Bone story dominates trending charts for 48 hours, pushing Blake's lawsuit woes to page 3. Fans split into factions. Swifties defend their queen, Dead Leaves detectives dig for cold case victims, Beliebers beg for compassion, and cynics wonder if anyone's telling the truth. Amid the din, one veteran publicist sums it up. Narrative is currency. If you can't print money, you print madness. But love stories still sell, and Hollywood needs one to distract from the ashes. Tay and Trav. Romance under siege.
Police are investigating a shocking discovery near Taylor Swift's home in Rhode Island. On the morning of May 14th, human remains were discovered in the coastal town of Westerly, less than a mile away from where the singer has a home.
When Taylor and NFL titan Travis Kelce walked hand in hand out of an SNL afterparty last year, gossip blogs crowned them America's new power duo. Since then, the couple conquered stadiums and Super Bowls, but legal subpoenas don't care about chart positions. Reports claim Baldoni's lawyers considered deposing Taylor. Others laugh it off as courtroom theater. Either way, the cloud drifts over her private life. Insiders counterpunch. The pair are still so in love, sneaking downtime between songwriting sessions and Kelce's charity flag football camps. Paparazzi shots show matching smiles, but body language experts dissect the micro-tension in her fingertips. Viewers cling to every frame. It's romance as relief, proof that somewhere in the chaos, two people can still hug in public without a lawsuit looming. Love might comfort the heart, but money feeds the monster, and Bieber's monster is starving. The edge of collapse. Early April. A hush falls over a Beverly Hills driveway as a silver SUV speeds away from Bieber's home. A neighbor claims Justin's security hauled duffel bags to the curb like they were racing a clock. The next day, a source inside Hillsong, the singer's longtime church, admits Justin had begged a staffer for an emergency card just to float me till next week. The same week, Haley reportedly upgrades their jet charter to match Kylie's cabin size. The bill, north of $200,000 for 3 hours in the air. Meanwhile, catalog money trickles out in fixed payments, not lump sums. Each dollar arrives pre-spoken for by attorneys, lenders, and promoters. Friends who once flashed Rolex selfies by his side now show up only in throwback posts. One record exec puts it bluntly: he's living yesterday's dream on tomorrow's invoice.
From his management team last summer, and adding to the pressure, a so-called crushing amount of debt stemming from the cancellation of his Justice World Tour in 2022.
The darkest rumor claims his substance use has ticked upward. The exact substances left carefully vague. Team Bieber denies it, insisting he's clean, focusing on poetry, painting, and family time with newborn Jack Blues. Yet eyewitness reports describe bloodshot eyes at a Malibu juice bar, fumbled keys outside a West Hollywood studio, sudden tears on a church retreat. None of it sticks as proof. All of it adds weight. A harsh truth hovers. If the money well goes dry, the people saying yes disappear, and with them, the ceiling beams of Bieber's world. But fame's demolition often ends where it began, inside the mind. The darkest rumor claims his substance use has ticked upward. The exact substances left carefully vague. Team Bieber denies it, insisting he's clean, focusing on poetry, painting, and family time with newborn Jack Blues. Yet, eyewitness reports describe bloodshot eyes at a Malibu juice bar, fumbled keys outside a West Hollywood studio, sudden tears on a church retreat. None of it sticks as proof. All of it adds weight. A harsh truth hovers. If the money well goes dry, the people saying yes disappear, and with them, the ceiling beams of Bieber's world. But fame's demolition often ends where it began, inside the mind. Price tags and grave markers. A lost limb on a lonely beach. A platinum idol pawning his past songs to outrun the present. Two best friends brandishing private messages like nuclear codes. 2025 has turned celebrity into a carnival mirror. The images are spectacular, distorted, and occasionally horrifying. Yet beneath every headline lies a simpler equation. Attention equals power. Power invites debt. And debt, in dollars or secrets, demands payment. As Justin fights to remember who he was before the limos, and Taylor calculates how much privacy one megastar can sacrifice before she becomes the story, the rest of us watch with popcorn hearts, asking the same question Hollywood's brightest now face. What happens when the bill finally arrives, and there's nothing left to sell but the truth? Leg bones, leaked texts, and a billion-streamed catalog. This year's Celebrity Carousel is only picking up speed. Hit subscribe, tap the bell, and share this video with a friend who loves a juicy mystery, because the next headline might drop before this upload finishes processing. Stay curious, stay skeptical, and as always, thanks for watching.